Hello everyone and welcome to this very quick music theory video on identifying parts of our musical score. So we have got, working through, this is an example of a piece of music, we've got the treble clef. This is called here the clef. We have the treble clef, we also have this thing called a bass clef, and then we've also got an alto clef and a tenor clef as well. The most common ones that you'll find though are the treble clef and bass clef. Next along, we then always have the key signature. The key signature might look like this. It might have some flat cymbals, which is a squashed B, or for example, it might have some sharp cymbals, which look like hashtags, although I don't like saying that. So that's the key signature. It always comes after the clef. Now, sometimes there might not be a key signature. That means that the piece is either in C major or A minor, normally. Next up, we have the time signature. So this piece of music you can see is in 4/4, and I've got another video on understanding time signatures on my channel. We might have a different time signature later on in the piece, or the piece could be, for example, in 6/8, or it could be in 12/8, or it could be in 3/4, or it could be in 5/4, or it could be in 2/2. We can have lots of different time signatures. As I said, check out that other video. Next along, we've got some basic notes. So this here is a minim. This is a crotchet. The minim is not coloured in, the crotchet is coloured in. That's an easy way to remember it. And you can see that these stems of the notes are going up, but these note stems are going down. There's actually no difference between the notes. It just keeps the score or the music tidier. So this middle line here, which is the B line, if a note is sitting below the B line, the stems go up, and if the note is sitting above the B line, like these ones are, the stems go down. The only exception is the B note itself. If the other notes in the bar are going up, the B will probably go up. If the other notes are going down, then the B will go down. Looking along here then, we've got this note here, which is a semi-breve. We've got another semi-breve here. Now I've included this special mark here. This is what we would call a tie. Now the tie, as the word tie is in the English language, just means joined together. So these two notes would be joined together. That means that although you would hold the note on, you don't actually play that note, you just hold it on for the duration. So some other parts of the music score that we've got here, we've got these vertical lines. These are called bar lines, and these bar lines divide up the music according to our time signature. So again, on the time signature video, that will feature on there. And then finally, right at the end here, you might be able to see that this bar line is what we would call the final bar line, because it's got a very thick black line and then a thinner black line there. Sometimes on music, you might see this with two dots either side of the B line. That means that you repeat the entire phrase. Underneath the score, we have some other musical markings. We've got this one here, which is a P. This is related to dynamics, as is this one and this one. Now P actually is short for piano. You might recognize that as the word piano, and this word represents forte. Now, if we join those two words together to make piano forte, you can see there we've got soft for piano and loud for forte. And again, you can check out the dynamics video to find out more about those. Sometimes we see these hairpins. They are different to these very short ones. These hairpins, this one for example, is a crescendo. It means get louder, and it will probably be preceded with a quieter dynamic and then followed by a louder dynamic. We can also have a diminuendo, which is the opposite of a crescendo, so it means get quieter. But that might be quite odd because you're going to get quieter from piano to forte. That's not possible. So you would probably find that this maybe is F for forte, and then this is piano there. This little symbol here though is an accent. That just means that you press the note a little bit harder. And finally, the expression mark at the top of the piece. Also, normally the tempo marking. We've got the word adagio up here, means slow. And that is just the tempo, that's the speed of the music that you're going to play it. So I hope this video has been helpful on some basic music score reading